vlogging today. Yes, I have a tube top on. Don't get it twisted. So guys, Electric Zoo is coming up real fast here. We're about a month out from Electric Zoo, so I wanted to put out a new video. I did 1 or 2 videos, I'm not sure. I did some videos last year for Ezoo. I will put a card up in here, but I wanted to do an updated one all about the pros and cons of the festival, just in case some of you guys have not purchased tickets yet or you're on the fence about it. We're gonna go over the pros and cons of the festival. I've gone the last 2 years. I went a single day in 2016 and I went the full weekend in 2017. I'm from the New York, New Jersey area. I currently live in New Jersey, so I've heard plenty of things about Electric Zoo over the years. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on the festival and just break down a couple of things that I think make it a good festival and some things that they could improve on. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and join the family here and give this video a thumbs up in the end if you enjoyed. Also, you can follow me on social. I post a lot of my photos and videos from all the shows that I go to on my Instagram and on my Twitter, so at Kapotes if you want to check me out there. But anyway, we're gonna make this quick. Snappy video today. It's Saturday. I'm feeling good. I just tested out a new foundation, the Becca Ultimate 24-hour coverage foundation. If you guys are interested in makeup, you found the right place. Anyway, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start. Do we want to do pros or cons first? Is it good to start with the positive or end on a positive? I'm gonna start with the pros. So for me, a huge pro is the lineup. This is their 10th year anniversary as a festival and they stacked the lineup. I think that you have a nice mix of everything. On certain days, it'll cater to like a trance stage, which I believe is Sunday. Saturday, they have a lot of trap artists. So they do have stages catered to certain types of music, but I think overall the lineup is really, really great this year. If it were me going, which, oh, I forgot to mention, sadly I am not going this year. It breaks my heart, but I'm gonna be in Greece with my family. Gotta go home to the motherland, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I think the lineup is a huge plus. I really think there's a great range of artists there, and if you asked me, I think all the days are equally stacked. Like, I personally couldn't decide which one to do, so lineup is a huge plus. The stages, I have to say the production has gotten better year after year. It's really cool. The main stage is always some sort of animal. It was like a cobra one year. It was an elephant last year. They do a really great job with all the stages. It's not too big of a festival, I will say. You know, they do put more energy into the production that they have there. A little bit of everything, but the stages and the production I think is great. They have 21 plus bar areas, which I'm 27. I really appreciate this. You have to get ID'd to even go into the bar area to buy drinks, so you do have 21 plus areas to drink in, which is pretty cool, and that's stationed at a couple different places throughout the festival, so I like that they do have 21 plus areas for you to go drink and buy alcohol in. Food choices are great. They really are great, especially being in the New York City area. I mean, like, they get all the like really trendy food places and food trucks from like Brooklyn and Manhattan. So they have like the Big Mott sticks, cookie dough is there, it's cookie dough ice cream. They had Mexican food, like they had everything and anything you could imagine. The lines can get long at some of them, but for the most part they have food trucks or like food vendors throughout, and I thought that the choices were really great. So if you're coming to New York and you're not from this area, you'll get to try out like a lot of the trendy food stuff that we have going on here, so that's pretty great. And I think the overall vibe is good. I've met really fun people there. I think everyone is pretty friendly. And definitely get like some of the Plur vibes happening, but people get really into costumes and dressing up, which is so fun. So you definitely will see people dressed up. Some people go casual too. It's New York. There were so many group costumes last year. You can definitely go full-blown ravey if you want to. I've always had a really fun time and I haven't had problems with the crowd, so I like the overall vibe of this festival a lot, which is what breaks my heart, and I'm not gonna be there this year. Breaks my heart. So cons. Getting to and from the festival. As a person who commutes into Manhattan every day, it is the bane of my existence. It's the worst. Any kind of commuting is bad. Last year I took Uber to the festival, which wasn't too much of a problem. It didn't get backed up that bad. Getting home was a nightmare. The first night, it was like a blackout area and Ubers weren't allowed to come, and we tried to call a Lyft and we had to cancel it, and it was like so much drama trying to get like a car service. So we were freaking out about how we were gonna get home, and then we ended up walking over one of the bridges because there was a bridge to Queens and there was a bridge to Manhattan, and if you want to go to New Jersey you want to go over the Manhattan Bridge. We were asking people there which way we were supposed to go, and they led us to the bridge, and we walked over the Queens one. So at midnight, in the dark, cold, we walked over the wrong bridge. It was an absolute nightmare, and then we had to call an Uber home, which was even more expensive. They had the ferry options. I did the ferry one day. Just in general, like travel around there, like none of it's fun. The ferry I think is more convenient though, so if you can, I would do a ferry. Weather, it's always iffy. Ezoo has been notorious in the past for being canceled certain days because there have been severe thunderstorms. Last year it poured on Saturday, so bring a poncho. Check the weather. If it says it's gonna rain, bring a poncho, because that saved my group's life. They were handing them out for free and they ended up running out of them. But my group, I can insert some like videos in here, or you can watch watch the vlog. We had ponchos, so we were partying in the rain and it was completely fine. Above and Beyond, closing out the set that night, dancing to them in the pouring rain was like one of the highlights of my whole weekend. Be wary of the weather. There's always a chance that it's going to rain or there are going to be thunderstorms, so you just have to take that chance. The stages, space-wise, some of them feel pretty tight. Like I said, it's not that big of an island that you're going to at this festival, so the one particularly under the tent, like, unless I ever got a good spot in there, I was always watching it from all the way in the back or all the way outside on the right. Like, I just feel it's super cramped at that stage, and same thing with main stage. I've always been, like, right up in the front. But main stage can get really, really crowded too. So I will say, like, the stages are on the smaller side, so be prepared for being like packed in there like sardines. I do want to touch on security because I feel like a lot of people always ask how security is at festivals. I felt last year that they were very aggressive and it wasn't organized the best, just being completely honest. For my ladies who are trying to bring things in, they threw out a lot of my friends' makeup products, which I thought were allowed, but like lipsticks, liquid things like that, just chucked it out, and I was like, no, my God. So they definitely throw stuff out easily. I remember one line we were standing on, it was so disorganized. This one guy was trying to get all these people when we were like filtering in like this, and it took forever, so I felt like it was a little disorganized. They have police dogs, like it's the whole nines. They're definitely really aggressive there. They will pat you down. So I'm just saying that, like, it doesn't bother me. I thought it took so much longer and they weren't being the most organized about it, so just letting you know that security is really tight at Electric Zoo. So that is it. Those are my pros and cons. Overall, I 100% say do it. If you're gonna travel out here, it's over Labor Day weekend. You have that Monday off of work, or at least most people do. It's a really fun time. You can check out Manhattan. It's right there. So I think it's such a fun festival, especially for their 10-year anniversary. Get tickets while it's still open. Oh, and another plus, you can buy single day passes. So if you don't wanna buy the whole weekend, you can go for one day, you can go for 2 days. That option is great. I feel like not a lot of festivals do that, so you can pick single day or you can go the whole weekend, but I say just go the whole weekend. It's so much fun. You're gonna really, really have a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you found this helpful and I gave you some new information. Check out their website, obviously, for like all the nitty-gritty details, like what you can and can't bring in. But again, my information is down below if you want to follow along with me, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Help a girl out here. And you guys have so much fun at Ezoo. I will sadly miss you this year, but I'll be back next year. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.